canyon like battlefield. Looks awesome. Like, I kind of want that for like a desktop background. I need to search for that. Time to wake up.
Where am I now?
I didn't know the cat was such a snorer.
Celine, this looks just like my room.
That's probably because it is your room.
I knew it. I'm back in Ymir. I'm finally back home. My memories are kind of hazy now, but I think that means everything that happened in the mountains.
Why'd it get so cold all of a sudden?
Because it's time to wake up.
Oh, you finally woke up?
Yeah, just a second ago. How about you? Feeling better after a cat nap?
I guess. I slept more than I meant to, actually. You're awake.
Yep, hello.
Elise! Good morning. Actually, it's probably closer to noon now, isn't it?
Rean, you overslept.
Elise?
Oh, I'm so happy that you're awake. You don't know how scared I was. There was all that chaos in the capital, and then we lost all contact with you. We had no idea where you were. I'm just so relieved.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for worrying you so much, Elise.
No, you don't need to apologize. I knew that somewhere out there you were all right, and that you'd come back safe. Welcome home, Rean.
It's good to be back.
For how long, though? Because we're probably going to head straight out to make sure everyone's alright.
I see our two little lovebirds are as Twitter-pated as ever. But, pardon? Good morning, Rean. And to you as well, Elise.
Hey there. Just swinging by to see how you're holding up.
You're here too, Your Highness? I'm really not dreaming then.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, you're so silly, Rean. I would have thought the warmth of your dear sister pressed against your chest was proof enough of that. Your Highness, please.
Tubal, what's up?
Well, I'm just glad you're up. How are you feeling? Still sore? You've been fast asleep since we brought you back here yesterday.
I don't have any serious injuries, at least.
But probably hungry as hell.
I doubt I'd be able to say that if you hadn't come when you did. Thanks, Toval.
No known eating for a month and a day, and
I owe you my thanks too. That art of yours didn't come a moment too soon.
so everyone's just okay with the talking cat?
You're both very welcome. I just didn't want to give these two young ladies anything to cry about.
Aww.
I see you're finally up.
Let me guess.
Dad! Mom!
We're finally introduced.
Hello, Rean. It's wonderful to see you back home.
I imagine you have plenty of questions running through your mind, but first and foremost is getting you something to eat. We can discuss what to do from here on out after that.
I hope it involves a lot of going out and making sure everyone's alright. And going to go beat the crap out of Crow. Kinda deserves it. Ymir. Hot Springs Paradise. Oh, don't that look cozy? It really does look cozy. Baron Tio Schwarzer. It's been a month now since that so-called noble alliance occupied Heimdall. At present, they have effectively all of the nation's major cities under their control. The Imperial Army tried what they could to stop their advances, but the majority of their forces have already been defeated. Well, that's just great. I had a feeling that would be the case. If nothing else, at least you two are safe.
We were at St. Astraea when the capital was occupied, so we were caught up in the chaos too. It was only thanks to Toval appearing and rescuing us that we're sitting here now.
What were you doing there, Toval? I got an urgent request to escort Her Highness and Miss Elise to safety. As soon as I got that, I booked it there as fast as I could. I'd never turn down a personal request from Prince Oliver, you know. Prince Oliver asked you? Well, that explains it.
He kindly escorted us out of the capital, successfully evading the Noble Alliance's attempts to pursue us. And roughly 10 days later, we were able to reach Ymir. I'm just so glad that you made it here safely.
Unfortunately, it appears His Majesty the Emperor and Crown Prince Cedric fell into the Alliance's hands. The official story is that both of them have been taken into protective custody, so they're both rumored to be safe. However, Prince Oliver's whereabouts currently remain unknown. There's not even a confirmation that he's safe somewhere? That's more than a little worrying. He'll be fine.
You needn't be so concerned. I'm sure he's perfectly well. He made it through the chaos in Liberal last year unharmed. As you know, he's always been a resilient one.
Yeah, harder to kill than a cockroach.
As for Cedric, father, and mother, I'd like to believe they're all right too. I'm sure they are, Your Highness.
I'm worried about the Imperial family as much as anyone, but if you don't mind me interjecting. Rean, I imagine you're probably most concerned about what happened to Trista and Thors. Luckily for you, we've managed to get some info on that front. Please, tell me everything you know. What's happening over at the Academy? Is everyone alright? I don't think this will come as much of a shock to you, but both Trista and Thor's military academy are completely under the Noble Alliance forces' control right now. They were both taken over not long after the war began. No.
Rean?
Sorry about that. No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't want to believe it was true. What about the students and our instructors? Honestly, I wish I had more I could tell you. There are the rumors that they resisted being occupied as long as they could, but not much more than that. Try not to let concern get the best of you. It's too early to presume the worst has happened. Yeah, I'm with Lord Schwarzer here. On the contrary, some rumors could even suggest the opposite. What rumors? Word has it that a number of students and staff are unaccounted for, and the Noble Alliance is still trying to find them.
Then that means...
Have some of them managed to escape? Well, rumors are rumors. Still, your classmates and Sarah have more than gotten their feet wet at this point. I can't see them being taken down so easily. The odds sound pretty good if you ask me. What say you? Huh, what else can I say?
I would have to agree. Celine? I couldn't tell you where she is right now, but Emma's still alive, that's guaranteed.
You can tell?
I'm her familiar, so we've got a link of some kind between us. If anything were to happen to her, trust me, I know about it.
Yeah, she'd probably start fading from existence or just keel over.
All I know is that she's alive though, nothing else. How peculiar.
Anyway, there's no point in assuming the worst when there's every chance that it hasn't happened. Okay, this is getting out of hand. So try keeping the faith, alright? Think of it this way. They're probably just as worried about you as you are for them. And yet here you are, safe and sound. You've got a point, actually. Safe and sound you may very well be, but you're hardly in peak condition. Take this chance to stay home for a time and recover your strength.
And while you're here, why not go pay everyone a visit? The whole village has been eagerly awaiting your recovery. That's true. I think they'd all be delighted to see you. And, if you like, I'd be happy to accompany you.
Thanks for the concern, Elise, but I'll be fine on my own, honest. Sounds like a good idea, Mom. I think I'll do just that. Prologue, The Depths of Despair. It looks like Elise and Princess Alphen have already gone out. Like Mom said, it might not be a bad idea to follow suit. This could be a good chance to walk around the village and collect myself a bit. And more tutorials, map, locations, and events. Okay, I think we're good now. Got a new cable going to my PS4 controller. And I'm running out of cables to go into my PS4 controller, so yeah. Alright, so our objective, walk around Ymir. Let's go walk and talk. Hello. Baron Schwarzer, all the Empire's major cities are under the control of the Noble Alliance now. They've been so focused on those, they haven't had the time to deal with frontier regions like ours. Thankfully, this means that Ymir hasn't felt the full impact of the Civil War. It does seem that way. I was relieved to see how little has changed. A nice snowfall is the only real difference compared to my last visit. By the way, I see you chose not to join the Noble Alliance. Is everything alright on that front? Well, I've never wanted anything to do with the Noble faction to begin with. There's always a chance they'll try and invite me to join, but I'm confident I can talk my way out of it. I'm a little concerned that I can't get in touch with Viscount Arcade, however. You can't? Oh, hopefully he's okay. Did something happen over in Legram? Or maybe even the Courageous? I'm afraid I couldn't tell you, but it's Viscount Arcade we're talking about. He'll be fine. Regardless, I'm just trying to make sure that we're well prepared for anything. Especially since our duties have expanded to sheltering Her Highness. That's true. The Alliance already has Her Majesty and the Crown Prince. His Majesty and the Crown Prince. So it's safe to assume they want Princess Alphen as well. Dad, let me know if there's anything I can do to make your job easier. I'm more than happy to help. Of course, I'm sure I'll be counting on you in the days to come. Still, start with trying not to rush things. You shouldn't have to jump to thinking you need to shoulder more than your fair share of responsibility. There's only so much burden that one person can bear. Do you think I'm shouldering too much? Admittedly, those are Master Kafai's words and not mine, but they get across what I meant to say is well enough. And whether I think it or not, this is a good chance for you to get some well-earned rest. I want you to make the most of it, alright? Sure. Thanks, Dad. So we gotta talk to people. Gotta socialize again. Hello. Wow, that smells delicious. Wait a sec. Is that pheasant stew?
Your very favorite. Your father said that he wanted you to have a nourishing dinner, so he went and caught one himself.
Really? I'll be sure to thank him later. Speaking of food, you've got a lot going on here. It smells amazing.
Well, the circumstances may not be ideal, but it's been too long since we last dined together as a family. And ever since Her Highness arrived, it's been so lively that I feel like I've gained a second daughter. Times like these are when a mother has to put her best foot forward, don't you think?
You really are the perfect mother. Even in times like these, you're right here, ready to warmly welcome us home with open arms. I can't see that ever changing. If only I were half as good a son as you are a mom. Mom? Is something wrong?
That's not true at all. When I had no idea that what was going on with you and your sister, I worried myself sick. At times, it felt as though my chest was going to burst from it all. But believing that you two would come back to me safely was the key to keeping myself together. With that in mind, I could focus instead on getting this house ready to welcome you both home.
Mom.
Whatever doubts you may have about your place in this family, as long as you're here in this house, you're our son. If you're ever feeling down or afraid, you can always find comfort in my arms. And then, once you've found the strength to keep going, you can pick things back up right where you left them.
Thanks, Mom. I actually feel a lot better now.
Well, look forward to dinner tonight. And make sure you work up a good appetite for it, alright?
No worries there. Okay. Well, that's everything in the house. It's time to explore out into Ymir, the forgotten area of Cold Steel 1. Oh, look at this. This is nice. Very quaint. The Schwarzer family stable. Dog! I'm home, Bado. Being welcomed back by you really makes me feel like I'm home again. Oh my god, they've got a... That looks like a husky. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I mean, I love my dog, but, you know. I can always like other people's dogs as well. Alright, so we've got sun going on in the center. We got sun going on in Ymir Valley 1. Sun going on in the chapel, the Phoenix Wings, and Valley's Echo Tavern. What is that? What's going on over there? Not specifically the tavern, but right here. What is this? Feels like it's been ages since I last used my snowboard out here. No reason to whip out my board and go down the mountain now, though. Excuse me, snowboarding? So Rean's a boarder. Alright. We've got a goods store. There's our house. Church. An inn. A bar. And someone's house. Let's check out the tavern. Hey, Tubble.
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
Oh, really? I mean, yeah, I guess you would wonder, like, why you would be heading out there.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you. Then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were.
Creepy. that also would have been a day before I woke up. Like from my month-long coma.
I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look. And sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now we've got bigger
Who could
problems
have
to tackle
been?
than mystery callers. There's the war for starters.
Couldn't have been any of her friends, because they personally would have... If they knew where we were, they would have been there. Or have come along.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do. Partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay. Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage.
Well, they can rescue themselves. Don't worry, we'll find them.
But the Imperial Army
At some
is showing
point.
no signs of surrendering to them. Particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting
What's
reports
up?
of a few Jaeger corps taking part in the war too. Even members of Ouroboros.
Oh, goody. Wait, did we know that
Ouroboros.
Vita was a member?
Secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best.
And if this really is around the end of Azure, then they're most likely ready to move on full stop here to Erebonia.
Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too.
Maybe it's not done yet.
There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way
Oh,
to clear
that
your
sounds
head.
good.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before.
Oh man, I've never been in a hot spring before. The only thing I've been in is a hot tub, but that was only like once.
Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
That's because it was right next to a pool. So you can now view the character tab. Blah blah blah. Hello, finally up, Rean. Good to see. Between going missing for a month and ended up on the Alliance's wanted list, you had us worried, young man. Sorry about that. I feel awful. Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. You can enjoy them with Elise later. Pancakes! Thank you. Feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. He may not look the type, but I'm always amazed by how well he makes this stuff. I remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school. Good times. Pancakes. Alright, let's get to the center here. This foot bath sure brings back memories. And as tempting as taking a dip sounds, I should probably save it for some other time. So wait, there's just like a little area where you can just come over and soak your feet? I would love that.
Oh, here you are, Elise. Wasn't expecting to find the two of you together.
Well, it's quite cold outside, so I thought I'd come and give Celine some warm milk. I keep telling her that she doesn't need to go out of her way for me, but she won't listen. The steam here is plenty to keep me warm. Oh no, that wouldn't do at all. You saved my brother's life. At least allow me to try
when?
and make your stay here in Ymir a comfortable one.
I mean, she did bring out that barrier, but
Celine saved my life? And when exactly did this happen?
I told her nothing of the sort. I keep trying to tell her it's not true, but she won't believe a word I say. Is something the matter?
Nope, not a thing.
no, just having an argument with a cat, a talking cat. Man, I really feel like Celine should have been voiced by Cassandra Lee Morris. It would have been so fitting. Though sometimes, whoever her voice actress is, I don't remember off the top of my head, does sound, touch like Morgana a bit.
I'd really rather you didn't act like I saved his life, though. Besides, if anything, I should be the one who owes you. What do you mean? Nothing. Forget I said anything. The milk's cooled down a little now, so I'm going to have some. Thank you.
Trying to dodge something there.
Thinking back on it, didn't Elise later say she spotted a cat when she went into the old schoolhouse?
Uh-oh. Rean's putting two and two together.
That better not have been who I think it is.
Don't give me
The
that
death
look.
glare.
I wouldn't have let her in there if I didn't think it was safe, you know? I was desperate. You just had such a half-hearted reaction to that door, so I started getting impatient and...
I can't believe you. She could have...
She wasn't in any danger, honestly. The Guardian in there was designed not to attack people unrelated to the trial. It didn't touch her even when she was right in front of it, right? That's proof enough. I'm sorry, okay? I never should have done it to begin with. Emma's lectured me over and over about it, too.
Yeah, Emma seemed pretty mad about that.
Sorry. You...
I'm not sure why you're whispering to one another, but regardless, I want you to know how much I appreciate what you did. Like I said before, I want to make your stay a comfortable one. Whatever you need, please don't hesitate to ask.
You're too nice for your own good, Elise.
And, sorry. Why are you sorry?
Well, she does genuinely seem to regret what she did. And at least didn't come to any harm. I guess I'll let her off this time. I really do have one amazing little sister. Compared to her, I'm...
Oh, come on, Rean. There's no time to be feeling down in the dumps. Alright, so there's still someone out there. Little Miss Princess in the church. Then there's an event over at the inn. Let's go. Let's head out of town. I don't see a station near here at all, so... how is the travel here? Oh! It's you again. You're the lady from, both Celtic and Legram, right? At least I think it was Legram. Alright, let's see how many little dastardly fishies I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. Not like there's a whole lot of monsters here, though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And just who might you be? Seem to recall meeting her during one of our field studies. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of the Thor students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to see you again, too. Looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh, there's no need to apologize. Actually, since you are a student of Thor's, you wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Kenneth? I do, actually. He's in the Imperial Fishing Club. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. So you know him too? Indeed. When the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. But on the way, he told me that he had something he needed to take care of, and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate.
Not that I believe anything untoward could possibly happen to him, of course. After all, there is nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us.
Right.
That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like these, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume you're a fan of fishing, too.
I am, in fact. Kenneth gave me even a title, Black Angler, I think. I don't have my fishing gear with me anymore, though.
Did he now? You must be quite the skilled fisher. In that case, please take these.
Fishing book, fishing rod, and ground bait. Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I were to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on, they're rightfully yours.
Sounds like Kenneth, all right. Thank you very much.
And since we've got your new notebook open, I'll take the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. You'll begin as a bronze angler. Judged by the same standards as any professional, aim for the top and become a fishing god. I have plenty of prizes you can exchange your angler points for, so beyond being pure bloody fun, fishing should prove worth your while.
I'll try and do some when I've got the chance then. And now we can fish. Yep.
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Alright, let's fish. Time for a relaxation. Oh boy. Well, there we go.
Caught one.
Got a cuss again. Alright. Yeah, I'm good. What do you have? You got blind. I only have 27 angler points. Either a tier bomb or an EP charge. I'll save.
Oh, I could probably fish here.
We already did fish here. Pay attention, Rean. Alright, back into Ymir. This is one pretty area. Let's see. So we still have 2 more events. Also, let's go take a look at this general store. Goods and souvenirs.
Oh, hello there. You won't believe who's been coming in here lately. Well, maybe you will, but none other than Princess Alphen herself. She's the sweetest little thing. The way she looks at you, her smile. I wish I could just hug her and squeeze her and never let go.
Well, they don't call her one of the country's greatest treasures for nothing, I guess.
They certainly don't. Don't you worry. We'll keep her safe as can be.
She really seems to be making herself at home here. That's good to know. Let's see. Got the puppy watch. Okay. Silver earrings. Yep. A lot of these I recognize. They don't have a lot of Mira. Ooh, Imperial Chronicle and Gambler Jack. 1, please. I am surprised. Ingredients. Can't really afford much. Wanna make sure I have enough for later. Also, here we go. Some extra change. That's probably just a heater. Hello. Hey, I'm glad you came over. You've been the talk of the town ever since you came back. I'm just sorry I had to come back home under these circumstances. Sounds like everyone's pretty worried about me. How's the shop been? I can't imagine it's been all that easy running it with the war going on. You've got that right. Getting goods in has been a real nightmare lately. I'm getting enough in for everyone in the village, though, so don't you worry. You caught me right in the middle of taking stock, actually. If you've got any shopping to do, can you come back later? Sorry. Huh. Oh, of course. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Huh. Appreciate that. So no real orbments to do here. Alright, let's go see how Alphen is.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Why, hello, Rean.
She wouldn't show it.
Looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing.
That's good to hear.
To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here.
You've already got a fan over in the general store.
I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that, do they?
Well, maybe depends on how much we travel.
I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well... I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but
You're still like, what, 15, 16? Seriously.
Just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear.
Perfectly reasonable.
Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. In the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset.
I mean, you're human like everyone else. It's like we all have emotions. Doesn't matter what... I mean, some of us have emotions. There are heartless monsters out there.
And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you.
That was pretty quick to recover.
I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age, but that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant.
Everyone's pointing to Rean. Go date your sister. And like, no.
Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
Okay, so I guess last up would be the inn with the oh so famous hot springs. I'm guessing that's our area's emblem. Hello, Master Rean, you've finally awakened. I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thanks for your concern, Mr. Baggins. Although, I'd prefer it if you didn't call me Master Rean all the time. Perhaps so, but you will always be Master Rean to me. A lot has happened here since the war began, but this inn was graciously granted to us by the Imperial family. We cannot allow anything to dampen our spirits. You know as well as anyone the value of these walls. Please do come by whenever you're in need of relaxation. Of course. This is a pretty nice place. Hello. Oh, it's you, Rean. Your color's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was gonna have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec, where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different things written down too. Well, you went out of your way to come and see me. I suppose this is the least I can do. Take this. Got a recipe book. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here are some ingredients too. Salty onigiri, coarse rock salt, and assorted grains. I'm just one step away from my omelets. This is what Elise often used to bring me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm happy to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you were at the academy. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help to lift your spirits somewhat. It's a simple recipe, so why not go ahead and make it with your family? Thank you very much, then. There we go. Got the recipe tab back, which means we can cook again, which means the omelets will come back. If they're in the game. Who knows, they may not be. Let's see. Salty onigiri. Ooh, Rean's really good at making them, huh? We'll have to see about that. Okay, well, I guess now talk to him? Ah, Master Rean, may I help you? Actually, I'd like to use the springs. Are they open by any chance? Why, yes, of course. As it so happens, cleaning was only finished not too long ago. You can have any or even all of them to yourself if you so wish. That sounds wonderful. I might just take you up on your offer. Feels like it's been ages since I've had a chance to enjoy them. The entrance is to the right. Enjoy, Master Rean. Hello.
Good day and welcome to the Wait, Reanie? What are you doing up already? I was going to come and look in on you. Get your butt back into bed.
You'd think me being up would be something to be happy about. Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case.
Aw, come on. I mean, after all the training you did with Master Kafai, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. And then you got to go train in an academy in the city. Why can't I go too? I've never even had the chance to leave this village.
Are you talking to me or at me?
You're even you're even younger than me. It's not fair. You could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back.
It's like I've never left home. Oh. Let us excuse ourselves to the men's dressing room. Or the men's bath. Should I go into the baths now? Maybe I should go around and let everyone know I'm okay first. They've all been worried. So worried. Entering the baths will cause the main story to advance. Yeah, just go inside. Well, they were just clean. A nice warm soak while enjoying the scenery sounds like just the thing right now. Hot springs are nice. I don't know about hot springs in a snowy area.
You really can't beat an outdoor hot spring. Feels like all the fatigue that's been building up inside me is melting away. I don't think I realized just how exhausted I was until I came in here. Still, what am I supposed to do now?
Go out. Find everyone.
Osborne's been shot, the capital's been occupied, and now even Trista and the Academy are under the Noble Alliance's control. Then there's Crow. That was practically a joke. I didn't stand a chance against him. Even borrowing the power of something like a divine knight wasn't enough to fight him on equal terms. Far from it. It was hopeless from the start.
Yep. He is just toying with you.
Before, but he was holding back against me the whole time. Even without that trump card of his, he could have defeated me effortlessly. And yet there was me, all happy, thinking that I'd won. Right before he knocked me back with a single blow. If only I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground. Maybe things would have been different. Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind.
I mean, you were kind of carried away, you didn't run away.
There's no point in blaming how things ended on Celine or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me. Because of that, I've lost everything.
Oh, come on, Rean.
I'd finally found a place where I felt I belonged, and people to share it with, and I lost it all. I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
Rean?
Men's bath.
Sorry if I'm bothering you.
Elise, did you want to use the springs too?
I heard you were here, so I thought that perhaps I could come and join you.
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids, but we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not so sure it's the best idea.
Please, we're siblings. There's no need to feel so self-conscious. And you must be exhausted after all that's happened. So I thought the least I could do was come and wash your back for you.
Awkward.
The water's nice and toasty, huh? Truth be told, I haven't taken a dip here for some time. I'd forgotten how pleasant it was to sit here and admire the snow.
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charms, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
He's always been a heavy drinker.
Good lord, why do we always surround ourselves with heavy drinkers?
To say nothing of the fact that Father can never turn down the opportunity to help him finish a bottle or 3 whenever he visits.
I'm sorry. You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
Oh no, not at all. That wasn't why I came here at all. It's just that...
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me.
Oh, goody. The pity game.
It's how things have been for my whole life. How everyone feels like they have to be around me.
What do you mean?
It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day when I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month, when everyone risked their lives so that I, and I alone, could be saved.
It's like you're the main character, Rean.
Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return.
As much as I hate his way of thinking, thoughts like that can happen when you're left by yourself for a good enough time. Trust me, it's not fun.
On the contrary, I've brought nothing but misfortune to them instead. Like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me.
It is easy to kind of wander this kind of path when you're alone with your own thoughts, especially when dark times have come upon you. It's honestly just kind of hard to... Honestly, the way Rean opens up here is actually a hard thing to do in some cases, where it's just really hard to talk to someone because you really don't want to be a bother to anyone, but by doing that, you are being a bother, which is just a cycle.
Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would. If I'd known things would ever become like this, then I'd never have gone to the academy to begin with.
Stop. Do you seriously mean all that you've just said? The right to be treated kindly? And who exactly decides who has that right, whatever that's supposed to be? I don't look out for you because I expect something in return or because I want you to defend me. Acts of kindness aren't debts to be repaid. I look out for you because I care about you, because you're important to me. And I'm sure that Mother, Father, Master Kafai, your classmates, and all of your other acquaintances feel the same.
Yep.
So please, from the bottom of my heart, please don't say that you don't have the right to be treated kindly. Of course you do. You just don't realize it. You care so much about the people who matter to you. So why can't you understand that those people care just as much about you? Think back to that day when you were separated from your classmates. What kind of expressions did they have when you parted from them?
I mean, we were kind of fighting, so memory might not be best on that one. But yeah, they were all willing to fight for me to make sure that I survived. So it's like, Rean, come on.
They were smiling. They all believed that we'd see each other again. That no matter what happened along the way, we'd all be reunited. And that one day, we'd move forward together as a class again. Just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe
Now the road
them.
upward.
And if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. We're classmates. And more than that, we're friends.
Sometimes it does take a knock to the noggin to wake you up.
So long as I keep moving forward, I'm sure that somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again.
I think so too, Rean.
Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. All I did was remind you of something you already knew. It was your time at the academy that gave you what you needed. I admit, I am a little envious of your classmates, though.
Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of.
I'm always proud of you, you know? And of course I will. I see all's well that ends well.
Oh, goody. More intruders.
Your Highness?
And you've brought Celine, too.
Hope you don't mind us barging in.
I mean, I do. I very much mind. But Elise already made herself comfortable, so what the hell?
What brings you here? I heard that you were both here from Toval. so I thought I might come along and see how everything was going. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to help cheer up Rean? And oh, what a heartwarming sight I happened to stumble upon during my humble quest. Considering you were waiting for the perfect time to make your grand entrance, stumbling is a stretch.
You were waiting.
Were you listening in the whole time? Elise, have you ever known me to be so unladylike? But I see you've done a fine enough job for the both of us. Oh, the bond between siblings is truly a miraculous thing. Not only do you share an unwavering kinship, but you'll always have the tender embrace of skinship within reach.
Okay.
I'm so jealous.
I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness.
Oh, come now, Rean. This is the bath. Ranks are stripped once our clothes are, as far as I'm concerned. That being said, may I join Elise in washing your back as well? This would make the perfect chance for us to finally strengthen our bond as honorary siblings. Wouldn't you agree? Your Highness, please!
Alright, Rean, time to get out. This is getting a little uncomfortable.
I'm sorry, okay?
Huh?
About, things.
One sec. Everyone needs a moment.
I'm not exactly all that cognizant of human feelings and the like. Emma often points out as much. But thinking back, I have done some things that were probably quite insensitive in your eyes.
Look at you.
Huh?
If anything, I should be the one apologizing. Shouldn't have taken my frustrations out on you like that. Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? Why would I need to? I really don't get you sometimes.
Uh-oh.
What was that? That sounded like...
I know exactly what that was.
Oh, goody. Round 2.
It's that magic knight we ran into on the way down the mountain.
I had a feeling Toval's art wasn't enough to finish it off, but the fact it's still active isn't the only problem. It sounds like it's coming this way.
It wants to finish this fight.